Hello ladies and gentlemen of the world, my name is Colin Smith and I am the content manager for Unknown Softworks, the developers and publishers of a little game I like to call The Key, a tormenting journey. So what exactly is The Key? Well, The Key is a first-person survival horror game with some physics-based puzzle elements included, developed and rigged by our very own lead developer, Nathan Rowe. Your only means of survival are to avoid detection and keep alive. Upon detection, you can choose to cower and accept your fate, or run and try and get away through a heart-pounding chase where your life truly hangs in the balance. During chases, you might be able to put your freedom on the line to outwit your opponents and get rid of them. For good. Your terror starts when a being known as the Keeper traps you in his sewer and forces you into a series of games he created just for his own enjoyment. He promises to let you go if you can find the key. The key's true form is unknown. Nobody has ever lived long enough to discover the Keeper keeps his promises, or if the key even exists. You will spend the majority of the game in dark caverns, sewers, and even brief outdoor moments which will make you think you have a bit of safety. Caverns go from claustrophobic tunnels to large open underground vistas lurking in countless unseen horrific creatures. You play as a boy named Trent, young and naive, one who doesn't believe in the existence of the supernatural and is destined to grow up without fear. Despite his turmoil, he is arrogant and goes through life with the firm belief of safety, until the Keeper gets a hold of him and forces him into a challenge which will change his life forever. Or maybe even end it. We're on IndieGoGo and we will update constantly, so we recommend you check our page if looking for any up-to-date news regarding the development of this game. I will make sure that the link is available for you down in the links tab, so be sure to check it out because we've got some really cool stuff up on our page. So now you're probably asking yourselves, why IndieGoGo? Why us and why now? As we play through the game, some things will begin to become apparent. It is very, very rough, just as most games are at this stage. Our problem is, we're lacking the necessary software to truly smooth out some of the rough edges and finish the game to the quality that we want. We know how we want the game to look in the end, and we're determined to make it as similar as possible to the images we have. But it just can't be done without the software, or the hardware. If we are backed, we will put forth our efforts into making a game that's both fun and terrifying to look at, but in a good way. But of course, anything we get will help, so we've chosen to go with IndieGoGo's flexible payment plan. But understand, dear followers, that all of the money we have asked for is important to the quality of the end game, and we can only reach our goal with your support. Our game will be released on all three computer platforms, Windows, Mac, and Linux. So for those people who choose the simplicity and openness that comes with Linux, don't worry, we've got you covered. We're also planning on releasing our game on the Oculus Rift, a new virtual reality headset coming to the public soon and at an affordable price from the developers at OculusVR.com. We are a company that stands by the notion by gamers for gamers, because it really shouldn't be any other way. If you don't play them, you don't really understand the spirit that has to go into making them. Games are much more than a bunch of data for those who truly immerse themselves into it, so we want to fit the lifestyles of the hardcore gamer or the nostalgic optimist. Now without further ado, we will head into the key, to give you an idea truly where we want to go from the building blocks we have in place now. Remember, if you want to play what's about to be shown on screen for yourself, we have all three. Alright, so welcome to the key, guys. This is the opening. You fall down the hole in a roof into the cavern. Eventually you'll pick up the torch in your hand, but for the time being, you just have it with you. Now, the video's been lit up a little bit, so it's a little bit less ambient oriented, a little bit brighter, and so the ambience isn't as creepy as it would be in the demo. So in the demo, you play it a little bit darker. It should make the experience a little bit smoother. This is my first time seeing the third demo update. It's all been Nathan up to this point, so I don't know what's around here. Now where we're going right now, though, I do know is the treasury. I highly recommend before you go to the door on the right, you come in here, because this is going to be your only opportunity to check out the treasury. Once you leave and go through the other doors and head outside, there is no way back. And at the time being, that's the only way. Come later updates once you enter the Keeper's lair. But, oh my gosh. Okay. Like I said, first time seeing the demo update, so yeah. This is the placeholder room. That little blue fire will eventually be the keeper. The keeper's gonna be cool. We're gonna have it animated and rigged here before too long. All we have to do is really find a voice actor, and then we'll be able to implement at least something for you to be able to look at. And now we're outside. Now, one thing I would like to note is that on the door, there are no loading screens. Nowhere in the game are there loading screens yet. So after you click play and after you head outside, you might see the game just freeze for a little bit if your computer's a little bit slower than normal. So just leave it alone for a little bit and it should come up. If it doesn't come up, close the game because your computer probably won't ever process it, or it'll take 10 or 20 minutes if you're willing to take that long. Odds are, for that to happen, you'd have to be playing the game really laggy. Now, welcome to the maze. This is also my first time seeing the maze, and all of the animation scenes included, so this should be interesting. There's a creature. That's what that button does. It opens that door. Okay. It's not much of a maze right now as it is a giant room. That's pretty simple to figure out. Hopefully we'll find it out later. Now, as you head up these steps and you go under the awning, you'll begin to head into the Keeper's lair. The Keeper's true lair